My fingers scrolled across my phone screen, and a video from a local creator on my For You page jumped out at me. The girl in the video was aggressively beautiful, her pale skin so luminous under the lights it was almost translucent. On a whim, I typed in the comments, "I'd happily be a trophy husband for a goddess like this. I'll take the mansion and the supercar. Thanks." A moment later, a reply from the creator popped up. "You refuse to suffer, don't you?" I clicked on her profile. Skydiving, deep-sea diving, snowboarding, chasing the northern lights. Her life was a vibrant, chaotic splash of color, intense and free. I swear, it wasn't the faint outline of a Ferrari key fob that occasionally flashed in the corner of the frame that drew me in, though it was definitely blinding. What really captured my attention was her face. She was too beautiful for this world, like some A-list celebrity who'd secretly descended from on high. Just because I couldn't have her didn't mean I couldn't talk a big game, right? I added another comment. Seriously, if I could marry a divine beauty like this, live in a mansion, and drive a luxury car, I'd do it in a heartbeat. With my daily quota of a college guy's online insanity met, I felt refreshed and ready for bed. Tonight's dream material was officially secured. Say what you will, but as a Gen Z kid, I've fully embraced a certain set of principles. My philosophy is simple. If something's difficult, I'm not doing it. If it requires effort, I'm out. If there's free food, I'm there. My only hustle is avoiding the hustle. I slept in, enjoying the laziness of a morning with no classes. The moment my phone screen lit up, I was nearly drowned by a tidal wave of TikTok notifications. My heart seized. Was I being canceled? Did someone film me hilariously missing that trick shot next to the dumpster yesterday? No way. I checked my surroundings. My finger trembled as I opened my notifications. The source of the flood was that one comment I'd left last night. She'd noticed me. The goddess herself had replied, "You refuse to suffer, don't you?" Okay, so not canceled, but the level of secondhand embarrassment was enough to send my soul rocketing out of my skull. The comments section was a uniform wall of El Mayo, and I cringed so hard my toes tried to dig a new basement under my dorm room. Thankfully, the internet mob was feeling merciful. No one had straight up called me out for punching way above my weight class. Living by the ancient family creed of, "It's only awkward if you make it awkward," I leaned in and started leaving comments under every single one of her videos. Under a video of her playing guitar and singing, I wrote, "The voice of an angel. I was going to sell my apartment to send you gifts, but my landlord cried and begged me not to." Under a video of the Aurora Borealis, I commented, "The lights are beautiful, but it looks empty next to you. TSK, so lonely." Under a video of her doing yoga, I got bolder. "Your form is textbook perfect. Love to see it. Just maybe a little too much fabric. Room for improvement next time." I hit the follow button, but a system notification popped up. "You and this user are now following each other." My first mutual follow with a hot girl. A jolt of pure electricity shot up my spine. I quickly opened our DMs, trying to figure out a smooth opening line. My fingers hovered over the keyboard, but before I could piece a sentence together, she beat me to it. A line of text appeared. "Leo, what the hell are you doing? Delete those comments right now." A giant question mark exploded in my brain. I was stumped. This goddess knew me? Who is this? How do you know my name? I typed furiously. "Wait, have you been secretly following me for a while? Just admit it. You're my soulmate, my future wife. I just haven't met yet." A few seconds later, a new message popped up that made my brain's CPU overheat and crash. "It's Chloe." An involuntary shriek escaped my throat. Chloe, as in Chloe Evans, my arch-nemesis since we were in diapers, the girl I'd been locked in mortal combat with from kindergarten all the way through middle school graduation. In kindergarten, she once delivered a precision strike to a very important part of my anatomy, the pain of which sent my soul leaving my body. In retaliation, I split her head open with a rock. The cursed gears of fate had been grinding ever since. It was either her or me. Our parents had gone from being at each other's throats. One day, my family showing up to apologize. The next day, hers arriving with peace offerings to forging a deep, battle-hardened friendship. Eventually, they became practically inseparable. Chloe and I were mortal enemies, but our parents were the best of friends. This bond lasted until we finished middle school. Chloe's dad got a major job offer in London, and the whole family moved, taking my personal demon with them across the Atlantic. I remember the day they left. It was drizzling, and our parents were holding hands, tearfully saying their goodbyes. Chloe and me, if it weren't for the somber occasion, we probably would have set off fireworks to celebrate. "Hey, dork," she'd asked out of nowhere before she left. "Are you going to miss me when I'm gone?" "Of course not." I'd shot back without hesitation, making the ugliest face I could muster. "Why would I waste time thinking about you when I could be thinking about winning the lottery?" After that, we evolved from real-life rivals to long-distance online trolls, or, to put it nicely, internet friends who live to torment each other across time zones. I'd post a selfie on Instagram, and she'd comment instantly, "An assault on my eyes. Delete this." She'd share a link to an IELTS prep guide, and I'd slide in with a snarky, "Studying so hard. Who are you trying to impress, the queen?" Even with an ocean between us, our special brand of friendship never cooled down. We were perfectly matched, trading blows with no clear winner. And now, I was facing my personal Waterloo of social suicide. I had been shamelessly hitting on Chloe Evans, and talking about being her trophy husband and driving luxury cars. When I didn't reply for a while, a voice call request from her popped up. My finger acted faster than my brain, and I slammed the decline button. You gotta be kidding me. There was no way I was answering that. You know the difference between a woman and a terrorist? You can negotiate with a terrorist. "Leo Carter, answer the phone," or "I'm sending screenshots of you hitting on me online to your parents." Chloe's voice message was pure, uncut blackmail. Fine, fine. She was bringing in the big guns. I had to answer. "Hello." I tried to sound calm, but the guilt in my voice was unmistakable. I heard Chloe's soft laugh on the other end, low and feathery against my ear. Damn it, how had I never noticed her voice was? Kinda nice. A strange heat crept up my face. "Well, Leo," she drew out the words, "you know the saying, you don't shit where you eat? You're going after someone from your own backyard." I felt like a plucked chicken roasting over an open flame. How was I supposed to know it was you? You don't have a single picture of yourself on your Instagram feed. I had no idea what you looked like now. I tried to sound defiant, but my argument was weak. "All right," Chloe said slowly, as if delivering a verdict. "I'm back in the States. In a few days, I'm coming over to your house. You can get a good long look at me then." I was instantly speechless. The call ended. A moment later, Chloe sent me a screenshot. It was my mortifying future wife, I just haven't met yet, message. "Chloe, what do you really want?" I couldn't take it anymore and roared a voice message at her. "Just answer a few questions honestly, and I won't snitch to your parents about how you're thirsting after me." She replied instantly. "Fine." I gritted my teeth. "First question, what's your favorite color?" "Iridescent black." "Second question, what's your dream?" "To win the lottery and disappear so I never have to talk to anyone again." "Third question, do you have any hobbies?" "Like poking things with a stick to see if they're still alive." 30 seconds later, my mom's phone call came in with the force of a hurricane. A sense of impending doom shot through me. "Leo, what is all this garbage you're posting online? And since when do you have a crush on Chloe?" My mom's shouting made my phone vibrate. I silently cursed Chloe for her dirty tactics. "Mom, how could I possibly like Chloe? I can't stand her." I tried desperately to salvage the situation. "Don't talk nonsense," my mom said sternly. "That Chloe is a smart, self-disciplined young woman. A night owl like you who sleeps all day would be lucky to have her." "Mom, are you even listening to yourself right now?" I was at a complete loss for words. "Enough. The Evans family is coming to visit this Saturday. You get your butt home and clean yourself up, and don't start fighting the second you see each other like you used to," my mom ranted before hanging up. The next second, a message from Chloe appeared. "Get yelled at." I stared at the screen, picturing her smug, punchable expression. "Chloe Evans, you win this round." I furiously typed. Her reply was completely off topic. "See you Saturday, dork." Dork. That was the label she'd slapped on me forever. Utterly defeated, I lost my appetite for the takeout I'd ordered. I opened TikTok. In just a few hours, the comment section had shifted from El Mayo to "If you two get together, I'll chip in $20 for the wedding gift." Put on my tab. Confused, I scrolled through and saw that Chloe had replied to every single one of my cringy comments. Under my guitar comment, she'd written, "How about I talk to your landlord, buy the apartment, put your name on the deed, and then you can sell it and give me the money? Under my Northern Lights comment, she'd replied, "It's not the best season to see them right now. I'll let you know when the time is right, and we could go together." And under my yoga comment, "This Saturday, I'll wear less. You can get a good look then. Miss Chloe Evans, what have you done?" This is a public comment section, not your private journal. My hands trembling, I went through and deleted my embarrassing comments one by one, as if that could erase my stupidity. But the internet never forgets. People had already followed the breadcrumbs to my own account. Well, if it isn't our campus heartthrob. Even you talk trash online. If there's nothing going on between these two, I will drink a gallon of expired milk. For the first time in my life, I understand the bliss of being an old person who doesn't use the internet. Of course, the social death didn't just disappear, it metastasized. As if I wasn't humiliated enough, Chloe went to my profile and started leaving comments on my videos. Under a selfie I posted, "I'm seriously starting to think you only post these to get my attention." Under a video of sunset, "The sunset is nice, but it'd be better with me by your side." Under a post with a sad caption, "If you're ever having a bad day, you have to call me. I deserve to know that you suffer too." Wow. Just wow. Folks, it's 2 days until Saturday. In these 2 days, I have some things to delete. I gritted my teeth and sent Chloe a message. "Delete what? You're not so mad you're going to delete me, are you?" She replied instantly. "No," I typed viciously. "I'm deleting the last shred of dignity I have left. When I see you on Saturday, I'm going to tackle you on sight." When Chloe Evans showed up in my elective class, it was like a precision-guided missile that left me completely obliterated. Clinging to a last, desperate hope of salvaging the situation, I'd snuck into the lecture hall and hidden myself in the shadows of the back row. At the front of the room, the department's well-respected old professor was standing with a smile. I was praying that the legendary stunning 5 feet 7 inches dance major TA would hurry up and appear so I could make good on the B.S. I've been feeding my friends. "Ah, Chloe, you're here." The professor's gentle voice struck me like a bolt of lightning. I snapped my head up and my eyes met hers. A playful smirk touched her lips as she slowly walked past my seat, her gaze screaming, "Surprise! Bet you didn't see that coming." "Hello, everyone," she said from the front, her eyes scanning the class before landing directly on me. "I'll be your teaching assistant for the next few weeks. My name is Chloe. I look forward to working with all of you." She enunciated, "working with all of you," with a very pointed, deliberate emphasis. It was over. After my personal Waterloo, I was now facing a Mariana Trench-level social death. Not only had I been caught thirsting after her online, but now my lies about her being head over heels and obsessed with me had been spectacularly exposed. My phone vibrated. A message from Chloe, right on cue. "Frowny face, you here? Any chance you're feeling head over heels, obsessed?" My vision went black. Those words were going to be my epitaph. I immediately set her notifications to silent, buried my head in my arms like an ostrich, and tried to escape reality by pretending to sleep. "Leo, Mr. Carter?" In a daze, I felt someone poking my arm. "Go away, let me sleep." I swatted irritably, then turned my head and came face to face with Chloe's mocking smile, and behind her, the professor's kind, but to me, menacing gaze. Gah! I shot up from my seat like a tossed frog. The classroom erupted in laughter. The professor, however, was unfazed. Such energetic young men we have these days. He ambled back to the lectern. "Attendance is done. I'd like to introduce everyone to Chloe. She was a brilliant student I met last year while giving a guest lecture in London. My old eyes aren't what they used to be, so for the next 4 weeks of lab sessions, I'll be counting on Chloe to guide you all." For weeks, an entire 4 weeks, I had to survive 4 weeks under the supervision of my arch-nemesis and TA, the very woman I'd publicly drooled over and then lied about. The guys around me were still whispering about how beautiful Chloe was. All I wanted to do was dig a hole and bury myself in it, or bury her in it. Silence the witness. It was the only way. The moment the bell rang, I made a break for the back door. My collar tightened. Fate had me by the throat once again. "Where are you going?" Chloe's voice came from behind me, laced with a hint of amusement. "My dorm. Where else? It's not like I have a date, do I?" I snapped, trying to pull away. "True," she said, letting go. She calmly straightened her own collar, then asked with a straight face, "So your date with that stunning 5 feet 7 inches dance major fell through?" Boom. Blood rushed to my head. I spun around, grabbed the front of her shirt, and pulled. The force of it caught her off guard. We were suddenly inches apart, our noses almost touching. Her warm breath fanned across my cheek. My date. I stared at her perfectly shaped lips, so close to mine. An inexplicable impulse took over, and I leaned in and kissed her. Her lips were soft and cool. "Yeah, it fell through," I said, pulling back slightly, savoring the look of pure shock on her face. A wave of satisfaction washed over me. I'd finally won a round. But I've still got my future wife I haven't met yet to fill in, right? Chloe's cheeks turned a shade of crimson that spread with visible speed. She shot me a glare, turned, and practically fled. Watching her hurried retreat, I burst out laughing. But as the laughter died down, a heavy feeling settled in my stomach. Oh crap, she must absolutely hate me now. Back in my dorm, I collapsed onto my bed like a man defeated. My roommate, Alex, came in to drop off a new pair of sneakers he'd bought. Seeing my gloomy state, he looked sympathetic. "What's up, man? Girl trouble?" I asked, my voice muffled by my pillow. "Yeah, I'm in one now," he said with a happy glow. "Met her at that mixer with the nursing school." Suddenly, his handsome face was incredibly annoying. "And you didn't tell me. You never asked, dude. I post about her on my Instagram story like every day," Alex said, throwing his hands up. He was right. I never scrolled through my feed, but I always found myself clicking on Chloe's profile to see what she was up to. Alex offered a few words of comfort. Before he left, he remembered something. "Oh yeah, we're doing another mixer with a nursing school next Saturday. Tons of cute girls. You in?" "No," I said, definitive. Could any of them be as beautiful as Chloe? Not a chance. It would be a waste of time. I tried on Alex's new shoes while staring at the empty chat window pinned to the top of my messaging app. Our last exchange had ended with her message. I'd been playing it cool and hadn't replied. It was evening now, and still nothing from her. Was she mad? Was it because I kissed her? Annoyance coiled around me like a vine. And when I get annoyed, I act out. I opened TikTok and began another round of keyboard warrior antics. I saw a video of a beautiful pale girl. It should be illegal to be this pretty. I want to slide down the bridge of your nose. I saw a cute girl. You're so adorable. My wallet is ready. I saw a cool, aloof-looking woman. I used to say I wasn't into the aloof type. Turns out I was just posturing. After a flurry of comments, I felt a little more normal. I mustered my courage and sent Chloe a message. "You mad?" Crickets. I tried to play it off. "LOL, it was just a kiss. Don't be so stingy. Your lips are pretty soft, by the way. Don't worry about it. It was a friendship kiss. What's a little kiss between friends?" More messages, still no response. 10 minutes later, a voice call request from Chloe suddenly appeared on my screen. My hand jerked, and I nearly threw my phone across the room. "Hello," I said, trying to sound casual. I was in the shower. Chloe's voice came through, slightly muffled by steam. It sounded oddly relaxed. My heart skipped a beat. Was she explaining herself to me? Before I could say anything, her next sentence sent a chill down my spine. "Oh," and I left my phone with my mom. She saw all of your messages. Social. Suicide. I'm so tired of saying those words. Now, I was officially too terrified to send Chloe another message. A little while later, another text from her came through. Frowny face, "Are you free next week?" What? Is she asking me out? Is she really asking me out? I tried to contain my racing heart and replied with forced indifference. "Why?" Just asking. Just asking. That did it. Why ask if you're not going to ask me out? I have a mixer next week. A date. I'm busy. Another date. Who'd you make up this time? Chloe's reply was dripping with sarcasm. My heart sank. Her reaction meant one of two things. She was completely oblivious, or she wasn't interested in me at all. The nursing school. I replied, feeling petty. Chloe didn't respond. Fine. If things with Chloe were a dead end, I needed to move on, right? I immediately messaged Alex. Dude, that mixer on Saturday, count me in. Alex sent back a dozen photos. All future nurses. I got you, bro. Looking at the bright, pretty faces in the pictures, my spirits lifted a little. Hey, maybe I really would meet the one. Before going to sleep, I checked my phone one last time. Still radio silence from Chloe. Whatever. Time for bed. Alex wasn't kidding. The mixer was packed with beautiful women. The girls from the nursing program were all stunning, with a polished grace about them, like a bouquet of carefully cultivated flowers. The ones who were dancers were especially captivating, with elegant figures that made it hard to look away. The girl-to-guy ratio made me an instant celebrity. I was swarmed by a few outgoing girls the moment I walked in. Alex's girlfriend quickly came over to claim her man, linking her arm through his with a sweet smile. I was soon basking in the attention, temporarily pushing all my troubles to the back of my mind. I was in the middle of a great conversation with a short-haired girl with cute dimples when I felt a sudden, firm grip on the back of my neck. A familiar force, smelling faintly of mint body wash, had me in a vice. "Leo Carter, you son of a bitch." That voice. It was Chloe. The panic of being caught red-handed seized my heart. I felt more guilty than when a teacher caught me cheating on a test in elementary school. What's wrong? I stammered, trying to break free. Alex and the other girls, sensing the shift in atmosphere, scattered like birds, leaving me alone with this force of nature. "What's wrong?" Chloe seethed, each word squeezed out from between her teeth. "I stayed up for 2 extra nights helping the professor with his lesson plans just to help you get a decent grade in that class. And you're here, living up a mixer. You're coming with me." Without another word, her hand, strong as an iron clamp, locked onto my arm and dragged me away from my newfound paradise. Resistance was futile. I stumbled along behind her. "Where are we going?" I asked, resigned to my fate, my mind racing. "Somewhere without any more mixers," she snapped. The mood plummeted to absolute zero. I was half dragged, half shoved into her flashy Ferrari. As I moved to get into the passenger seat, I saw a beautifully wrapped bouquet of roses sitting there, brazenly occupying my spot. The vibrant red was so bright it hurt my eyes. "Get in," she ordered. I stood there, pointing at the flowers. "They're my seat. This car only has 2 seats. Where do you want me to sit?" "On top of them." Chloe took a deep, steadying breath. "What's the alternative?" "You want to sit on my lap." Defeated, I picked up the heavy bouquet and settled into the seat. The rich floral scent filled the small space, mingling with a faint mint from her, creating a strange and charged atmosphere. We drove in silence, the only sound the low growl of the sports car's engine. The tension was suffocating. So, I finally broke the silence, unable to bear it any longer. "Are those flowers?" "For the professor." I was trying to find a safe topic. Chloe kept her eyes on the road. "Yeah, the old professor is pretty. Trendy. Huh, he likes roses?" I chuckled weakly. "No," she answered flatly. "Then why are you giving them to him?" I was confused. "You believe everything I say?" She finally glanced at me, her expression making me feel like an idiot. Shouldn't I? That bitter feeling started to creep back in. "It's not like. They're for someone you like, right?" I regretted the words as soon as they left my mouth. I didn't dare look at her reaction, instead staring at the brilliant red petals in my lap. I mumbled, "And they're definitely not for me." The air in the car grew even heavier. Chloe's grip on the steering wheel tightened, and in the dim light, the tips of her ears seemed to glow with a suspicious shade of red. "I do have someone I like," she said suddenly. Her voice was lower now, laced with a strange tension. My heart felt like it was being squeezed by an invisible hand. It ached with a sour pain. Chloe just got back. Who could she like? Was it Dylan, that campus heartthrob who was always asking her questions after class? Or that underclassman who tried to hit on her when she dropped me off at my dorm? Or, in a few days I was moping in my room, had she already found someone else? Jealousy and frustration grew like weeds inside me. My throat tightened, my nose stung, and my vision blurred. "Sniff." I sniffle hard, trying to push back the wave of emotion. "Who? Is it?" My voice was so choked it didn't sound like my own. Chloe was quiet for a few seconds, as if she was choosing her words, or maybe building up her courage. "I've liked this guy for a long time." Her voice was soft, but each word landed on my heart like a drumbeat. "When we were little, he split my head open with a rock." I looked up at her, my eyes wide with disbelief. She still remembered that humiliating story, and she was starting it with a word like, lying in a hospital bed. A faint smile touched her lips. I watched him crying by my side, snot bubbling from his nose, and I thought it was so weird. I was the one with the cracked head, but he was crying harder than me. I thought he was a little strange then, a little cute. My heart hammered against my ribs, so hard I thought it would break free. Later, we were in the same class all through elementary and middle school. My family moved away after graduation, but we never lost touch. We'd argue online across time zones, and I'd watch him get so mad, watch him laugh at my jokes. I think I really liked being able to get a reaction out of him. She paused, her voice getting even quieter. Yesterday, I was going to tell him how I felt. Tell him. My voice was trembling. Yeah, Chloe breathed out. I sent him a message. Hey, I saw this quote. It said that when a girl looks at your chat window and can't help but smile. She stopped, turned to look at me. Her gaze was intense, filled with a do-or-die courage and a flicker of nervousness. I never got to send the rest of the message, because he deleted and blocked me. Her tone was a mixture of hurt and accusation. I didn't even get a chance to add him back and explain. An overwhelming wave of joy and regret crashed over me at the same time. I didn't know. I thought you were going to delete me. That's why I stammered, my words a jumbled mess. Chloe watched my frantic explanation, and the tension in her eyes slowly melted away, replaced by a soft, gentle smile. So, Leo, she said, her voice clear and steady, when I look at your chat window and can't help but smile when I get a message from you, what I wanted to tell you was, I'm in love with you. Will you be my boyfriend? That last question was delivered with a slight tremor, a feather-light touch against my heart. Yes, the word flew out of my mouth before I even thought. So fast it was like I was afraid she'd take it back. 100 times yes, 1,000,000 times yes. Chloe's tense shoulders finally relaxed, and her face broke into a smile so bright it was dazzling, a smile I had never seen before. She let out a soft huff. You dork, we still haven't settled the score for you stealing a kiss the other day. What's wrong with kissing my future girlfriend? I tried to act cool, but my ears were burning. Besides, that was my first kiss. It's not like you lost out. First kiss. Chloe's eyes crinkled at the corners, a deeper smile forming, as if she'd just discovered a rare treasure. Yeah, I nodded emphatically, my heart pounding like a drum solo. Well then, she suddenly leaned in close, her scent of mint and roses surrounding me. Her voice dropped to a seductive whisper. Should we review? The rest of her words were lost as our lips met. This time, it wasn't an ambush. It was a gentle, lingering response. Her kiss was tentative, searching, but filled with the same burning emotion that I felt. My face was on fire. As our lips moved together, the world fell away, leaving only the sound of our shared, chaotic, and sweet breaths. Leo, breathe, she murmured, pulling back just enough to speak, her voice laced with laughter and a slight gasp for air. I realized I'd been holding my breath, on the verge of passing out. My face flushed in even deeper red. The next day in class, Chloe wore a light-colored sundress, a rare choice for her. She looked so ethereal, it was hard not to stare. 45 seconds until the lecture started. Enough time. I quickly sent her a text. Let me see your legs. I have a strong suspicion you sprained your ankle yesterday. Chloe, can you stop being obsessed with my legs all the time? It's kind of a turn off. You think I only want to see your legs. Chloe, what else is there? So shallow. I'm heartbroken. In my heart, what I really want to see is the path you've walked, the joys and pains you've experienced, so I can strengthen my resolve to walk that path with you. Chloe, oh, is that it? I guess I misjudged you. I'm sorry. Just remember to wear white stockings. Okay. It'll make it easier for me to check for varicose veins.